Hello everyone. In this video we are going to focus on Speak Out Pre-Intermediate Unit 8.2 Grammar section titled Too Much, Too Many, Enough and Very. So let's start. We are going to read a small story on too much, too many, enough and very. Then we are going to analyze the grammar rules, do some practice, and I'll provide you some links to further study and practice. So now let's have a look at our story here. I'll just read it out loud for you guys. Carla's wedding. Last night I went to my cousin Carla's wedding. The bride and the groom were very happy. They danced very well. Everyone was dancing and having fun. The wedding hall was very small for the wedding, so it was too hot. Also, it was too crowded because they invited too many people. The wedding cake was too small, so there was not enough cake for everyone. I didn't like the cake because there was too much sugar in it. Fortunately, there were enough drinks for everyone. It was a very entertaining night. Now, you can see some parts in red and some parts in bold, black bold. These are the grammar structures we are gonna look at. Now, first of all, let's start with too and very. The bride and the groom was very happy. You can see that in this sentence, the word very gives emphasis to the adjective happy. Let's have a look at second sentence. Carla's wedding was too crowded. In this one, too gives a negative meaning. It kind of means that it was, the wedding was too crowded, so I didn't like it. There were too many people. The wedding hall was very small for the wedding, so it was too hot. Here, very gives an emphasis, and too means more than necessary. So it was too hot. I had to take my jacket off because it was too hot. The wedding cake was too small. Here, too means it wasn't enough. The cake wasn't enough. So some people probably didn't have any cake because it was too small. It was a very entertaining night. Here I am trying to say that I had a lot of fun. So I just want to emphasize the word entertaining with the adverb very. The groom and the bride danced very well. We are trying to emphasize that they really danced well. They danced really well, very well. So let's check the structure of too and very. Too and very are followed by adjectives or adverbs. Too means more than necessary or right. It has a negative meaning. Very just gives emphasis. It can be good or bad. So now let's have a look at too much and too many. They invited too many people to the wedding. It was crowded. So here we are trying to say that the wedding hall was probably small and they invited many people, so it was over capacity. So there were too many people there. So there was too much sugar in the wedding cake. I didn't like the taste of it because there was too much sugar in it. They added more sugar than necessary. I had too many drinks at the wedding. So here I'm saying that I regret that decision. I didn't like doing that. I'm kind of saying that I shouldn't have done it. So I had too many drinks at the wedding. So I probably got drunk and I now regret it. Now, there were too many cars in the parking lot. So I went to the wedding hall with my car and I wanted to park my car in the parking lot, but there were just too many cars there so I couldn't park my car. So here, too much and too many has negative meanings. It means that more than necessary or right. Too many is followed by countable nouns, and countable nouns in the plural form. Too many people, too many drinks, too many cars. They are all plural and countable nouns. Too much is followed by uncountable nouns. Too much sugar. Now let's look at our next part. Enough and not enough. There were enough drinks for everyone at the wedding. So, everyone had at least one drink, so there were enough drinks for everyone. There was not enough cake for everyone. So some people had some cake, but some people didn't have any cake because there was not enough cake for everyone. So the cake was small, too small. There was not enough parking space. I couldn't park my car. I went to the wedding hall with my car. In the parking lot, there was not enough parking space, so I couldn't park my car. So it wasn't enough. There were not enough chairs for people. Some people had to stand. Some people, had a chair to sit down, but there weren't enough chairs, so some people had to stand up. So enough can be followed by countable nouns in the plural form, and like enough drinks and enough chairs. Enough can also be followed by uncountable nouns, enough cake or enough parking space. Now, enough means the correct amount. When you have the correct amount of something, you can use enough. I want to make a cake. I have 2 eggs, and 2 eggs are enough. So I have enough eggs to make a cake. Now, let's look at another use of enough here. The wedding hall was not large enough for the wedding. So it was a small wedding hall. Some people couldn't come in, some people had to stay outside because the wedding hall was not large enough. The wedding cake was not tasty enough. I didn't like it. The taste of the wedding cake wasn't good, so it was not tasty enough for me. I didn't like it. The night was entertaining enough for me. I had fun. It was just the okay amount. It wasn't a lot, it wasn't less, it was just enough. The wedding hall was not cool enough. It was too hot. I had to take my jacket off, and I sweated a lot because it was not cool enough. So in this case, we use enough after an adjective. Adjective plus enough means something is okay, something is good enough, good. Don't forget that enough is not always followed by an adjective. Remember that it can also be, with nouns. Now, let's all look at this table very quickly. Too many and too much means more than necessary and right. Very just gives emphasis. On the other hand, too many and too much has a negative meaning. Enough means the correct amount, and not enough means less than necessary and right. You can check the examples if you pause the video. Now, let's do this practice part. Find and correct the mistakes in each sentence. Pause the video here and give yourself 5 minutes to do this. Here are the answers. I spent too much money on that car. I regret it now. We can't say too many because money is an uncountable noun. So too much money. The party was awesome. It was very fun. We can't say it was too fun because too has a negative meaning. We say the party was awesome, so it was very fun. Have you got enough milk to make a cake? We need to say enough milk because milk is a noun and noun are followed. Enough and noun together means, the correct amount. This coffee is too hot to drink. I'll let it cool down. Here we can't drink the coffee because it's just too hot. Not enough hot or hot enough. It means we want to say it's too hot to drink. She is very smart. She easily finds solutions to problems. We can't say she's too smart. Being smart is not a negative thing, so we need to say she is very smart. I bought too many carrots from the market. We can't say too much carrots because carrots is a countable noun and it's in the plural form, so we need to say too many carrots. This room is enough big for all of us. That's wrong, so we need to say big enough. Remember, adjective plus enough. I've got too much work to do. Here we are kind of complaining about the lot of work we have to do, so we say I've got too much work to do. Our salaries are very good. Salaries are the amount of money you earn, so you can't say it's too good. We wouldn't say, nobody would say that it's a negative thing to have a good salary, so are very good. They are very good. Let's buy the tickets online. There are too many people in this line. We don't want to wait, so we say let's buy the tickets online. And because there are too many people in this line, we need to buy it online. We need to use too many here because people is a countable noun in the plural form, so too many. Now let's look at the next part, next practice part. Look at the picture here and make sentences with too much or too many and very, too, and enough. Please stop the video here and give yourself 4 minutes to create some sentences. I'll just skip to the answers part. Now, you can create a lot of different sentences here. Here are some of the sample answers that I've got on my mind. There are too many books. He's not strong enough to carry the books. He's carrying too many books. He's carrying too much weight. The books are too or very heavy. Now, let's all look at the further study and practice part. In this part, you can check My English Lab Speak Out Pre-Intermediate Unit 8.2 Grammar, Too Much, Too Many, Enough and Very. There are 2 different exercises on that, and you can do solo practice on this link. It takes you to a website named Quizzes, and there's a small test with 15 questions on it. And you can also do check Speak Out extra exercise on this link. For writing and speaking, you can do you can write about your hometown or talk about Eskişehir. When you are doing these 2, please try to use too many, too much, enough, and very. So this is the end of our class today. Have a nice day.